What's up, everybody? Justin here to do a new fantasy booking show. The fantasy booking of the Mae Young Classic 2. I believe the real Mae Young Classic starts in early August, are the tapings, I believe. Anyways, I'm looking forward to it. And I'm looking forward to WWE bringing in a lot of new women to be in the Mae Young Classic too. So here we go with the fantasy booking of the Mae Young Classic 2. I got, I believe, 16 women a part of it. Let's see here, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. I don't know how many women. A lot of women. $16 women. 16 women I got in this Mae Young Classic 2. First round matches. We all know she signed by the WWE. She left Japan. She left Stardom. Coming to the WWE, I believe she might debut in the Mae Young Classic. Io Shirai. Io Shirai from Stardom, from Japan. She's a legend there. She's very, very, very good. Very good women's wrestler. Just like Kairi Sane came from Japan, came from Stardom. I don't know why a lot of women companies got to start with the letter S. Stardom, Shimmer, Shine. What's up with that? I get confused. Anyways, just like Kairi Sane, Io Shirai. Hope I'm saying her name right. If I'm not, I apologize. But just like Kairi Sane, she is coming from Japan. She is one of the best wrestlers in the world. Male or female, she's one of the best. No doubt about it. I've watched a ton of her matches from Stardom. So Io Shirai in the first round takes on Sonya Deville. Sonya Deville on the main roster. Put her in the tournament because why not? She's under contract anyways. Sonya Deville, Io Shirai. Io Shirai defeats Sonya Deville. Next, first round matchup, Dakota Kai. Yes, she was in last year's, but I don't care. I'm putting her in it again because I'm such a fan of her. Dakota Kai in the first round taking on Daphne. I would like to see Daphne in the Mae Young Classic. Maybe it'll happen. Maybe it won't. Who knows? But in my fantasy booking, me as a booker, I would put Daphne in the Mae Young Classic too. So Daphne, Dakota Kai. Daphne is a veteran. Daphne, I believe, debuted as a wrestler in 2001 or 2000. I know she's in WCW in 2000. Anyways, Dakota Kai defeats Daphne. Up next first round match. Another woman from Stardom. Mayu Iwatani. She's a part of Stardom. She also has worked some Ring of Honor shows. Mayu Iwatani taking on cheerleader Melissa. Mayu Iwatani wins, goes to the second round. I apologize if I got her name wrong, but Mayu wins. Defeats a great women's wrestler, a legend in cheerleader Melissa. Chelsea Greene. Formerly, I'm trying to think of her name in Impact Wrestling, Laura Von Ness. Chelsea Greene was Laura Von Ness in Impact Wrestling. She actually was Impact Wrestling's Knockouts champion for a little bit. So Chelsea Greene in the first round, Chelsea Greene takes on Toni Storm. I love Toni Storm, so Toni Storm is going over. Toni Storm wins and defeats Chelsea Greene. Next first round matchup, we saw her last year in the Mae Young Classic. She's back because she was awesome in the first one. Who am I talking about? Who is back? Piper Niven. I almost said Viper because that is her name on the Indies. Piper Niven is back against main roster superstar Ruby Riott. Piper Niven, Ruby Riott in the first round. That'd be a really good matchup. Piper Niven wins to go the second round. 3 more. 3 first round matches are left. Candice LeRae. She was also in last year's Mae Young Classic. She is also back. Candice LeRae take on Zelina Vega. Zelina Vega, Candice LeRae. They had a feud. Pretty good feud in NXT. It was kind of short, but they still feuded. So Candice LeRae, Zelina Vega. I have Zelina Vega winning. She qualifies. Goes to the second round. Now, Eddie Guerrero's daughter. Can't think her first name is Saul Guerrero. Eddie Guerrero's daughter taking on Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks wins to go to the second round. Nicky Cross, not main roster, NXT superstar. Nicky Cross in the Mae Young Classic 2. In the final first round matchup, Nicky Cross takes on one of my personal favorites. Not Asuka, but Asuka's my number 1 favorite, but one of my other favorites. Nicky Cross takes on Rosemary. I don't think she would leave Impact Wrestling. At least I don't think Impact would let her go. At least this entire 2018, I think they're going to keep her. I don't know what her contract is. I don't know. But if Rosemary does become a free agent, WWE should really sign her. So Rosemary as the Rosemary gimmick, because that's what she does best. Courtney Rush does the best with the Rosemary gimmick. Rosemary, Nicky Cross, that'd be something to really see. I would love to see that. That's a dream match. Rosemary wins, goes to the second round to face Sasha Banks. So here we go with second round matchups. Quarterfinals. Io Shirai take on Dakota Kai. Again, Io Shirai. If I'm butchering her name, I apologize. But she's from Stardom. It was announced 1 or 2 months ago that WWE has signed her and they're bringing her in. She did have her final match in Stardom. I saw it. It was really good. She did a moonsault in the crowd off a balcony. That was pretty damn awesome. Dakota Kai, Io Shirai. I have Io Shirai winning. Goes to the semifinals. Up next, from Stardom, Mayu Iwatani take on Toni Storm. I got Toni Storm winning. So she goes to the semifinals. Just like last year, I believe, Toni Storm defeated 2 opponents, I think. And then their third opponent was Kairi Sane, and she had a great match with Kairi Sane, but she lost. Toni Storm in the semifinals again. Because I'm such a mark for her. She'll probably end up in the finals. So anyways, Piper Niven. Other quarterfinal, 2 more quarterfinal matches. Piper Niven take on Zelina Vega. Piper Niven wins. Just look at the size difference. Zelina Vega, very short, very small, but Dynamite comes in small packages. She is Dynamite. She's Dynamite on the microphone, Dynamite in the ring, and she looks great. But Piper Niven next to Zelina Vega, that would be like a giant David versus Goliath matchup. It's like a giant taking on almost a midget. So Piper Niven wins because Zelina Vega cannot overcome the size difference. Now we go to Sasha Banks against Rosemary. Rosemary wins. So Rosemary is in the semifinals. Down to the final four now. Here are the semifinals. Fantasy booking the Mae Young Classic 2. Io Shirai. As I said, she just left Japan, left Stardom. If you don't know who she is, look her up. Type her name in YouTube. Look her up, watch her matches. She is one of the best in the world. Io Shirai taking on Toni Storm. What a matchup. What a matchup that would be. I believe I've seen it in Stardom before. I think last year. I believe they have worked each other in Stardom. Anyways, Toni Storm, Io Shirai. Toni Storm wins. Toni Storm's in the finals of the Mae Young Classic 2. Other semifinal matchup. Piper Niven. Rosemary. Piper Niven wins. So now we go to the finals. Two really good friends. Probably best friends. I believe they are best friends. Or they're just really good friends. Toni Storm, Piper Niven in the finals. And this is a ladder match. The finals of the Mae Young Classic 2 is a ladder match for a contract. Ladder match for a contract. For the contract is for a shot at the NXT Women's Championship. Piper Niven, Toni Storm ladder match. Finals with an NXT Women's title shot hanging above the ring. Toni Storm wins, is the Mae Young Classic 2 winner. Mae Young Classic 2018 winner is Toni Storm. Defeats Piper Niven in an awesome ladder match. And Toni Storm has a future NXT Women's title shot whenever she wants. I know she already got an NXT Women's title shot, but I did this fantasy booking of the Mae Young Classic 2. I fantasy booked it before Toni Storm got her title shot. Anyways, Toni Storm wins the Mae Young Classic 2. Hope you enjoyed this fantasy booking of the Mae Young Classic 2. All these women, the 16 women I put in it, I'm all a fan of theirs. So that's why they got put in it. Because they deserve to be in it. Sonya Deville, Ruby Riott, Sasha Banks, they're all superstars. They don't need to be in the real Mae Young Classic. They don't need it. But I'm such a fan of them, that's why I put them in there. I almost thought of putting Asuka in the Mae Young Classic too. But that'd be really tough. Then I would have wanted I would have booked Asuka to win or Toni Storm to win. And someday, as long as Toni Storm's under contract with WWE, whatever the contract is, developmental contract, I don't know what it is, but it allows her to work indies. I know that. But I need to see, in 2019, I need to see Asuka, Toni Storm, either on the main roster or in NXT. Probably on the main roster, it'd be a lot better. Toni Storm, Asuka, I need to see them wrestle each other. That's a dream match. I really would like to see Toni Storm versus Asuka. Anyways, hope you enjoyed fantasy booking of the Mae Young Classic 2. Bye for now, everybody. Have a great weekend.